This is not a motivational video and it's not advice. This is a story about how I changed the way I see myself. And honestly, I think many people are living with the same problem I had without even knowing it. Two videos changed my entire life, not because they were magical, but because they explained something I was never taught. For most of my school life, middle school and high school, I believed something very strongly about myself. I believed that I was not smart. Not stupid, but not the type who can understand complex things. Math, physics, complex studying. I decided very early that these things were not for me. And when you believe something like that for a long time, it becomes your identity. Every time something felt hard, I didn't try harder. I escaped. But here's the dangerous part. To protect my self-esteem, I created a story. I told myself, that's okay, everyone has strengths, mine is football. And that was true, I was good at football. But deep inside, I was using it to hide. The truth is, and this took me years to understand, I wasn't bad at learning. I was scared of failing in front of people. I was scared of being laughed at, scared of being judged, scared of asking stupid questions. So I avoided situations where I could fail. And when you avoid learning long enough, you start believing you can't learn. And this belief is very quiet but very powerful. After I graduated from high school, I got injured in my knee. Football stopped. And suddenly, the one thing I was hiding behind was gone. I stayed at home, no school pressure, no distractions, no training, just time and silence. And silence is uncomfortable because in silence you hear your thoughts clearly. One day I watched a TED Talk by Angela Duckworth. She talked about grit. She said that success is not about talent. It's about consistency and long-term effort. At first, I didn't feel motivated. I felt confused. Because if that's true, then maybe I wasn't failing because I lacked talent. Maybe I just stopped too early. And then she mentioned another researcher, Carol Dweck, Stanford University Growth Mindset. I watched her talk, and honestly, this is the moment everything changed. She explained something very simple. Some people believe their abilities are fixed, others believe abilities can grow. And suddenly, my whole past made sense. Every time something became difficult, I took it as a proof that I was not capable. I wasn't struggling with the subject. I was struggling with what struggle meant. I thought difficulty meant this is not for you. But difficulty actually means you are learning. After that realization, I changed one thing. I removed the audience. I started studying alone, no people watching, no comparison, no jokes, no pressure to look smart. Just me and the material. And something unexpected happened. I started enjoying learning. Even complex things, especially complex things. The same things I used to run away from became interesting puzzles. Not because they became easy, but because I stopped judging myself. I stopped judging myself while learning. Since that moment, I never stopped learning. Not always perfectly, not always consistently, but I never returned to that belief that I can't learn. Learning became a way to understand the world, to think better, to see patterns, to be aware of what's happening around me. It changed how I see myself and how I see other people. And these two ideas, grit and growth mindset, became my foundation. Not a motivation, a foundation. They taught me something very dangerous but very freeing. That most limits are not real. They are learned. And if they're learned, they can be unlearned. Today, I truly believe this. I can learn anything if I work hard enough and long enough. If you think you're not smart enough or that some things are not for you, I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm asking you to question your belief. Watch those two videos not to feel inspired, but to understand yourself better. Because sometimes the problem is not ability, it's the story we tell ourselves.